Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Vivian Light Codes. My name is Vivian, and I'm super excited today to bring you a very important video as we approach the end of 2024. Many of us are starting to awaken, and we're starting to become aware of our multidimensionality. And as we tap into this awareness, there are many fears that can come up, and sometimes it's hard to kind of navigate through the fears. When we first come into our gifts and abilities, we're not really sure how society is going to take it or how other people will view us. A lot of fears about rejection, abandonment, and judgment from others can come up. And when these fears start to come up, it's important that we acknowledge them and we actually start to work and process through them. Because if we don't, then it's going to be hard for us to really step into our gifts and abilities and to share it with other people. These fears will keep us stuck and limit us. So, how do we really work through these fears? In any given situation that arises in your life regarding sharing or speaking up, it's an opportunity for you to take a deeper look at what's underneath these fears. And a way to do that is usually it will be accompanied by emotions. And what you can do is write down your emotions, your thoughts, basically list out your fears and the different emotions that are running through your mind, running through your body. And it's important that we do acknowledge them because, like these emotions and fears, our belief system, they have been programmed into our auric field for a long time. And as we begin to shift, these energetic blocks will come up. And in order to move on to the next version of ourselves, we need to release these things. So when you write them down, allow whatever emotion to come up, allow every thought to come up, allow any belief system to rise up and surface, and just really be present, be there with them, observe them. You don't need to identify with them. Rather, we are just observing them. And naturally, when you observe them, when you allow them to be, when you allow them to flow, they begin to dissipate and dissolve because they have been transmuted. And now there is space for other energies to come through. As you release, the wisdoms and the lessons will surface and you will need to integrate them and embody them. As you begin to work through these fears and these limiting beliefs, you will begin to gain more power within yourself, more confidence in yourself. Because when you release those belief systems that have kept you feeling like a victim, you just naturally begin to take back more of your power. You'll feel more confident. You'll feel more brave. You're more willing to take risks and be your true authentic self. And as you begin to embody the truth of who you are, you begin to speak up, you begin to share. You may come across people who don't resonate with everything you want to share, and there may be many different reasons for this. And just a couple of them may be, one is that they may be on a different journey than you, and whatever gifts you want to share may not resonate with them because it's not a part of their path. However, you may still be a part of their journey because they're learning about discernment about whether something is right for them or not. And in that way, we are still being of service to others. Just us being us allows them to still learn and grow, whether they resonate with us or not. Second is that there may be some trauma, whether it's from this lifetime or parallel or past lives, that is connected to sharing psychic abilities or being involved in learning about the metaphysical. So intuitively, they feel defensive when they experience anything that's related to that because it connects to their trauma that they haven't healed yet. It could be linked to speaking up, using their voice, and they have been punished, tormented, and killed, persecuted for doing so. And so they remember that on a subconscious level. And so they reject this to protect themselves, to stay safe. Three is that you being authentic and stepping into your power may trigger some other people, because when you're being real and authentic and fully you and somebody else is not, it can trigger some feelings of unsafety. And it may even trigger a yearning for them to be authentic, but something somehow is keeping them from being themselves. That feeling of wanting to be authentic and real, but feeling like they can't have it, creates separation. And so that separation and distance does not feel resonant. They're wanting to break free, but they're unable to. You being there allows them to feel these triggers, to feel these limitations. So they're able to be aware of it and break free. And another thing, they're unaware. They're not very in the spiritual community and they're not fully aware of what your gifts and abilities are going to do. They may feel threatened just because they have no awareness of what it is. There's normally always resistance when there is change change coming. A lot of people are used to how things are. They're comfortable with how things have been, even if sometimes they feel unhappy. And so it can feel uncomfortable for people to change or come into change. Change can sometimes require a vast amount of energy, which propels us out of our comfort zone, and so people may react to it. Nonetheless, it's important to stay firm in our authenticity, in our truth, in our gifts and abilities, and what we have to offer. And it's an important reminder that even if nobody watches what you post, nobody listens to what you have to say, you have no followers. The truth is that none of that really matters. Because when you speak, when you share your voice, you're sharing your frequency, your vibration, your intention, and it gets broadcasted out, ripples out into the quantum field. And guess what? We are all, everything is connected to the quantum field, the vast consciousness. And so everyone and everything will be affected by your frequency on some level. And so many of us are unaware of how our actions carry such massive impact. So much is happening on an energetic level. So even if you think nothing is happening, you have no evidence of what you're creating, no indication of the impact that you're making. Keep going. Free will, it's a very interesting concept. And I say this because sometimes I wonder if we really do have 100% free will. And I say this because I had a download, a vision that we are connected to many people. We are bound to interact and meet with specific people. And somehow these interactions are very important. We are connected. And in a way, we are contracted to meet specific people, listen to specific people, and work with these people. I was shown at one time that if I had not shared my gifts, if I did not step into my light or step into my power, there are people who I've been contracted to work with that may never have their light, their truth be activated, the remembrance of who they are or their gifts. And I don't mean that in a egotistic way. I don't mean to say that in a superior way where I am important and nobody can be anything without me. But there is something on a deeper level where we are connected to different people and we are meant to activate them. And you are meant to activate other people as well with your gifts, with your abilities, with your lights, with your truth and wisdom. And I'll say that I would not be where I am if I had not met and worked with different people that I have with over the years. I would not be where I am. And I can say that they have activated me. They have helped me to step into my power. And there may be people in your lives that you remember clearly that they have helped you to step into your light, into your power somehow. They have helped you to reclaim more of your power. These people have assisted you and activated you. This is what we're talking about here. Everybody plays a role and we affect each other somehow. When we share our love, in our light, when we share our purpose. And even if you don't feel the call to share this on a massive level or global level or even on a local level, when you're just being yourself and you come into contact with these people, naturally your vibration will change there somehow as well. It could even just be a casual conversation and somehow they begin to shift because you share some of your wisdom, because you provided some sort of guidance. And somehow they become a little more free and a little more aware. As you shift and change internally, your body and your energy field is calibrating, it's integrating and stabilizing. You will begin to see the change in the physical world afterwards. Trust in the divine plan. Trust in yourself even if you don't know the what, when, where, or how. The puzzle pieces will come together and you will begin to understand later. Right now, it's all about the embodiment of the lessons and the wisdom that you have received from all of your releasing and healing and coming back to who you are. And with that, I do want to bring you a light language transmission for having confidence in the truth of who you are and what you have to share, and to work on any wounds around unworthiness. And I suggest you listen to this when you are relaxed and not having to focus on anything so that you can be fully present and receive the transmission. And when you are ready, take in a deep breath. Feel the air going in and out of your body. And in tuning into all the sensations from within. And if you are willing, You can mentally give consent for receiving this light language transmission for your highest good. Hiyatayoshuku ayutaki andayatasi ataku atoku atoku atokua. Iandaya shuratasi andaya atoku 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 atokua. Iataya shiu. Iandaya karatasi atayoto andaya shia. Iandaya shiu. Iataya akua, yatashi andaya atokua. Iandaya shurandaya siandaya shirandaya siandaya a. Iandaya shurata siandaya a. They're working on having a clear vision and a clear knowing of who you are. And no matter who is watching, what you're doing, that you can stay present and real and true to yourself, even if you feel uncomfortable and you feel judged. Hiandaya akurata siandaya a. Hiandaya shirandaya siandaya a. They're talking about how much freedom it is to just be yourself, to express yourself how you want to express yourself, versus being limited by the fear and the judgment of other people. And they're saying you are the creator. You are the creator of your life. And so when you feel limited, you are allowing yourself to feel limited by the perception of others. No one can keep you trapped. Hiandaya shiandaya atukua. Because you have all the power from within to transmute and transcend all limitations. Here, tashiku uandaya akuya shiki andaya a. Hiandoyo shua yotokua 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 yotokua. And this may very well be connected to your worth. Hiandaya shirandaya sika ataka otokua yotokua yotokua yotokua. It's connected how you view yourself and see yourself. Iandaya atokua. Iandaya kuyataya shiandaya a. Hiandaya shuwata yotokua 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 yotokua. And these limitations may have been projected on you by others, but they're saying it's time to remove the veil and stop playing in the same play, replaying the same story that other people have given to you. Ki andaya atakira, takira, takira, takira. Hiondoya shiataya atukua. Hiondokua yeteratasiu. Iandaya shuata yotokoa. Hiandaya atukura tasiandaya a. There may be distractions in your outer world, in your outer reality. Hiandaya shuataya siandaya aka ataka 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 ataka. But you become distracted by them when you're not focused on your internal world, on the truth of who you are. Here tasiandaya atukua tukua tukua tukua. Hiandaya shira tasiandaya a. They are a reflection. The external distractions are a reflection of what is happening inside. Here tasiandaya atukua. Iandaya atukua tukua 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 tukua. It's time to come back to your center. Iandaya shiandaya atasiataya a. And discover the truth within. You have always been the light, and that has never left. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. You don't have to go out trying to find it, seeking it. Iatayo shukuaya atakaya atakaya atakaya. For it is you. Hiandaya atukua, tukua, 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 tukua. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. Irata a tukua, yutukua, 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 yutukua. Hiandaya shirata siu. Hiandaya shuataya atakaya, atakaya, atakaya. Ayatakaya woto wa shiandaya a. When you are not afraid or limited by your doubts and fears, you get to be free. You get to expand. You get to express yourself however you like, in whatever way feels good. However, focusing on the fears and the doubts, it's like having a net over you. And every time you feel scared and you continue to contract, the net gets tighter and tighter until you can't stand it anymore. That is how, last resort, how you break out. But as we become more aware and sensitive and in tune with the guidance and our bodily guidance, it's in our best interest to catch these feelings of restrictions, our doubts and fears, before they manifest in an aggressive, unbearable way. Hiandaya shukurata siandaya a. And it's to remember that you always have the power in every moment. You get to choose if you want to be limitless or limited. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. It is your choice and it is your free will. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. Irata sike atakayo oye takaayo tukua. Iandaya shirata siandaya atukua tukua tukua tukua. You get to make the call. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. Iandaya shirata siandaya a. For even if you get to the point where it feels unbearable, you will become free. You will break through. Even if it's the harder way. Hiandaya shirata siandaya. And they're saying that still everything is divine. Iandaya akurata siandaya a. Hirata shirandaya atukua yutukua yutukua yutukua. Hiandaya shirata siandaya atukua. Iandaya atukua yutukua yutukua yutukua. And they're working around the throat chakra now. Iandaya akurata siya tayo oranda a. Here. Iandaya akuaya shia tayo otokoa. Iandaya atakira takira 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 takira. Hiandaya shurata siandaya a. Hiotoa yotokoa 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 yotokoa. Irata siandaya akuya shirata siandaya. Iandaya akuya shiandaya a. Hiandaya shurata siandaya a. Hiu. Iandaya akuya shihiatayo tokuaya ta asia. Hiu. Iandaya akarata siandaya a. Hiu. 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 Working around the heart chakra. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. Hiu. Iandaya kurandaya ashirata siandaya a. We're working on the connection between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Hiandaya shirata siandaya a. Hiu. Iandaya turandaya a. Hiu. And they're talking about how the heart is the guidance, it's the compass. Hiandaya shurata siandaya a. Hiu. Come back into your heart. Hiandaya shirandaya shirandaya. Let the mind rest. Hiandaya shurata siandaya a. It's like the mind has been on overdrive all this time. Hiandaya atukurata shirata siandaya a. Hirata shirandaya akurandaya akurandaya akurandaya. The mind, it's good at calculating and helping us to survive. Hiandaya shurandaya 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 shurandaya. Hiu. But the heart has a creative force and power. Hiandaya shiyandaya. It knows your true desires. Kirata siyandaya a. Hiu. It knows where you want to go. Hiandaya shirandaya. It knows your highest path. Hiu. Hiandaya atukua, 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 atukua. And naturally, as we connect the heart and the throat together, you will speak your way through life in a way that's more in alignment with the truth of who you are. Hiandaya shirata siyandaya. Thus creating the life that you truly desire. Hiandaya ashukurandaya atukua, 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 atukua. Unless you continue to let fear guide you. Hear you. Hiandaya akua yata ashira. Hiandaya shirandaya atukua. Hiandaya shurandaya atukua. Fear is just a mask. It's the veil. Hiandaya shurandaya irandaya atukua. But when you open the veil, what's behind it? Hiandaya shurandaya is so expansive. It's all loving. Huandaya shurandaya ashurandaya, all knowing. Hiandaya shurandaya shurandaya shurandaya. That there is no fear in this space. Hiandaya shurandaya shurandaya. And that is the truth of who you are. Hiandaya shurata siandaya a. Be yourself when others are watching. Hiandaya shurandaya. Do not dim your light to make others comfortable, to make others accept you. Hiandaya shurandaya shurandaya a. Hiandaya akuyata siyatayo tokoa. Iandaya shurata siandaya atukua tukua tukua tukua. Iandaya ashurandaya a. Hiandaya shurandaya a. Hiandaya ashuandaya a. The goal is self-love, loving the self, having no shame or guilt in being true to who you are. Iandaya atukua. Hiandaya ashuandaya a. Hiandaya shuandaya atukua. Iandaya shuratasiandaya a. Iandaya atukua tukua 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 tukua. You are divine. Iandaya shuandaya a. You don't need to hide your divinity. Hiandaya shuandaya ashuandaya ashuandaya. When you accept your divinity, you help to reflect that within people. Hiandaya shutuaya tukua. You help to reflect back to the people their own divinity. Hiandaya shuwatayo otukua yotukua yotukua yotukua. Hiandaya shirandaya atukua. It's time to accept your divinity. Hiandaya shuwatayo otukua yotukua yotukua. There is no crime or sin in doing so. Hiandaya shuandaya atukua yotukua. In fact, it may even be the opposite, that it's harder to serve the light. Hiandaya ashukuandaya ashukuandaya ashukuandaya. When you deny your divinity. Hiandaya shiratasiandaya atukua. Iandaya aku. Iandaya atukua tukua 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 tukua. So speak your truth in the face of rejection, in the face of fear. Hiandaya shukiandaya ashukiandaya. Let your light radiate. Hiandaya shuwataya ashuwataya. And ripple out into the effect, into the collective. Iandaya shukua yoshukua yoshukua shukua. Your light is healing. Iandaya atokua. Iandaya atokua. Iandaya atokua. Be yourself, dear one. You are love. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. It was a beautiful transmission. I hope this video has helped you somehow, and if you feel that this has helped you, I invite you to share this with other people, because they may be needing to hear this at this time as well. Let's celebrate as we begin to close out 2024 with a bang. And I celebrate you all wherever you are on your own personal journey. Thank you for being here with me and receiving the transmission. I love you. Sending you all my blessings.